Hey, what is up? Welcome to another video. I so appreciate you tuning in. So for today's video, I am going to just be doing a chill, chatty, get ready with me. I did use a couple new-ish products. They're newer to me. They might not be newer to the makeup industry as a whole, but they are newer to me. So if you enjoyed these kind of videos, then just keep on watching and don't forget to hit that like button. Also, if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of the content. I generally post on Tuesdays and Thursdays around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you don't want to miss any of that beautiful content. As always, I so appreciate you all, and let's go into the video. Okay, so let's jump into this video. Today is a day for me so far. So as you can see, I have sun lines on my shirt because I don't have like curtains for my window. I just have blinds, so the sun is like seeping through the blinds. Look, it's on my arm. I've got this situation going on my little shirt here because this is just the day that I'm having so far. So we're going to embrace it. We're going to roll with it. I am just going to like get ready while chatting. I'm not going to like specify most of the products that I'm using unless there's something that's like newer to me or to you. I haven't used this one on camera, I don't think, so I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir. I haven't used this in a hot minute. Like, it's been a long time since I've used this. I hope the shade is good. It looks a little bit too dark for me, but whatever, you know. I just can't with shade matching. It's just so much. Like, I have to get new shades for like every season, which is not realistic. And nowadays, like, even drugstore foundation is not exactly cheap. You know what I mean? Like, this foundation is like 14 or 15 bucks, I think. Maybe less. I don't know. But still, like, they're not cheap. So, gotta work with what I got. I forgot what like a natural, beautiful, glowy foundation this was. It kind of reminds me of the CYO foundation that I believe they did away with, sadly enough, because it's such an amazing foundation. But it's just so natural and glowy, and it just makes your skin look healthy, radiant, all the things this old lady needs to look, you know, all the things that I need to be now that I'm getting up there in the years. Fun fact, I will be turning 34 years old in a very short amount of days. I believe it's like, I hate it when I get in my hair. I believe it's like 11 days till my birthday. So, getting up there, folks. Gonna be in the nursing home soon, you know. It's just the way of it. It's the way it goes. I'm like beating the hell out of my face with this thing. Oh God. Okay. Sexy. All right. So pretty. I feel like there was a flaw with this foundation because right now, going on my skin, it looks like my perfect foundation. It's like light to medium-ish coverage. It's like natural looking and like glowy and radiant. So I feel like there has to be a flaw. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the flaw is that it breaks me out. So I'm not sure about that, like 100%, but I'm like 60%. So we'll see. Just gonna go ahead and stick with the drugstore theme for now. Use some Maybelline concealer. As per usual for a Nicole makeup video, my light on my mirror died because that's what happens literally every time. And I have the cord over here like connected to my computer that I could plug it in and charge it, but then I'd have to like move over there. I'd have to move the camera and the tripod. Just not feeling that today. So I just remembered I was going to try these freaking beauty blenders that I got from my BoxyCharm box this month. The Luxie beauty blenders. They look interesting to me. They're the complete sponge set, bake, contour, and detail. So we have, I'm assuming this is like the contour one because it has a lot of different edges where you would like use it to really get on in there. I'm assuming this is the bake one because it looks like a bake one. And this is the detail one because it's a tiny little fellow. I guess I'm not going to use that today because I'm already got my sponge wet, but it looks cute. I was very unimpressed with this month's BoxyCharm, like extremely unimpressed. It didn't, my box didn't even come with a, do I still have it? No, I don't have it. My box didn't even come with a card. Like it didn't tell me anything. There was like 4 things like smashed together in the box. No packaging around it to keep it safe. Like nothing. If I get another box like that, I'm canceling. Like that was absurd and ridiculous. And I mean, what do we pay? Like $21, $25 a month? Like for that? No, not cool with that. I also got this Ciate. This is not a BoxyCharm box video, but you know. I also got this Ciate Everyday Vacay powder. It says that it is a coconut setting powder, so might as well try it if I can get this thing open. So it's like a white, just like a very white powder. Just gonna dip my beauty blender in there. So it doesn't really have much of a smell. I always like to set my eyes as well because that's how I get my eyes ready for eyeshadow. Concealer and a little translucent powder so I don't have any creasing. So for as white as the powder is, it's not showing up like too white on my skin. It leaves a little bit of a cast, but nothing that's too dramatic for my skin tone. I'm not sure if that would be true for like other people's skin tone if they were darker than me. So the powder seems fine. It's nothing that's like mind-blowing to me, but it's not bad either so far. I'm gonna have to see how it wears throughout the day and if it lasts, if it keeps me looking, you know, matte, or if I get oily really quickly. I guess we shall see. So my sister is coming over sometime this morning. It's like the later part of the morning right now. I spent the early part of my morning, what am I trying to say? Paying bills. And it took me forever to pay my bills because I pay most of them online. And so I have like, you know, passwords and all of that for each bill. And I'm really bad at remembering what I set my passwords to. Like, extremely bad. So every time I go through this thing where I'm like, oh, I think it's this, and I type it in, and it's the wrong password, and I do it like 5 times, and I'm like, well, freaking A, and then I have to reset my passwords. This is like with everything. I'm not kidding. So I have to reset my passwords, and that takes forever, because then they're like, oh, we're going to send you a confirmation email. So they send me a confirmation email, and I go to the email, and then I have to click it to reset the password, and then they're like, oh, your session has expired. And I'm like, what? Excuse me. And so then finally I get it set and like changed, and then I write it down because I'm like, oh, I'm going to remember this time. Yeah, right. And then I finally get to pay the bill. I'm like, do you guys want me to pay you or not? Honestly, do you want me to pay you? Just kidding. It's not their fault that I forget passwords. But they could make it a little bit more user-friendly. Just saying. Wow, for some reason I just really felt the need to pile on the bronzer really heavily on that side. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to have to pile it on this side to make it match. Anyway, so I spent the better half of my morning paying bills. That took forever. I'm a procrastinator. When I say I'm a procrastinator, I don't think that fully gives the picture of what I am. I'm one of those people that's like, I get a bill in the mail or like an email that there's a bill due, and or like I have a reminder on my phone, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay that tomorrow, or I'm gonna pay that tomorrow. And then a month goes by and they're like, oh, well, we're gonna shut off your power. And then I'm like, oh, I forgot you're there. I gotta pay you. So it's never that like I don't have the money. It's just that, like, well, I mean, maybe not never, but for the most part, it's not that I don't have the money. It's just that like I'm a procrastinator. I suck so bad. I would be like a horrible, no, I say I'd be a horrible like accountant for someone, but if it was somebody else's, when it's somebody else's stuff, I usually get it done. When it's my stuff, I put it off. It's pathetic. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about me. Just forget everything I just said about myself. I'm just a liar. So anyways, my sister is coming over today and we are going to film a video while we do our nails. I bought like a UV lamp gel nail set from Amazon that I've been using. And I bought it, this original set, I bought it for my sister, like not this year on her birthday, but last year. So her birthday's in January, so it's been a while. And she really liked it, and she was like, oh my God, it lasts for like 2 weeks on my nails. It's so good. And I was like, dang, I need to get this done for myself, right? So it's pretty cheap. It's pretty affordable. So I bought it for myself. It does not last very long on me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my freaking nails. They're so horrible. I think it's that I'm hard with things. Like, I'm not gentle. You know, when I grab something, I like grab hard. That sounds so wrong. You're welcome. But no, and then my nails are really brittle and weak. And so they chip and break really easily. And then I'm like piling this on today. I don't know, whatever. I just feel like being dramatic, apparently. And so they chip and break and they peel off my nails. And it's just like, it's just a pain in my butt. I'm like, please work for me. And so then I've been taking it off the wrong way. Like, you're supposed to put, like, soak your, like, a cotton pad or whatever in fingernail polish remover and put it on your nail and then, like, wrap it with foil and let it soak in there for, like, 10 to 15. And then you take it off and then it's supposed to just, like, gently peel off, like, real easily. I haven't been doing that. I'm just like picking them off, which have made my nails so weak. So I had to cut them to where they're like nothing. Literally, like I do this and I can hardly feel nail. It's pathetic. So unhappy with myself right now. Okay, I'm gonna see how I can use this powder to chisel a little bit. I usually use my Fenty powder for this, and because the Fenty powder has color, it's not colorless. It's not like translucent. It works really well, but I don't know about this. I'm just gonna, instead of like just pushing into the skin, I'm gonna bake it a little bit and see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna dust this powder off. So the reason that I know that it's like the exact amount of days till my birthday is because I count down. I guess that did okay. It didn't do as good as my Fenty, but it did okay. I count down from February 24th. And I remember in my head, and the reason that is because my older son Josiah's birthday is on February 24th. So while I'm filming this today, his birthday was yesterday. And it will never get out of my head that from his birthday to my birthday, it's like 12 days, right? Except, oh my God, I just realized it's different this year because it's a leap year. 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11. I'm wrong about all of this. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 10 days. But this year it's 11 because it's a leap year. Wow, this whole time I've been wrong. Anyways, so yeah, because he was born apparently 10 days before me, because that wasn't a leap year, I don't think. Maybe it was, and it was 11, and that's why I'm confused. I don't know. Anyways, the point is he was born not too soon before me, and I struggled with a lot of postpartum depression when he was born. For those of you that don't know, he has a heart condition. I need to talk while doing makeup. Spray this in my face. That smells so good. It's the Morphe setting spray. So, or the continuous setting mist. For those of you who don't know, my son has a heart condition. And when I was pregnant with him and when they found out that he had a heart condition, it was like the anatomy test, or not test, but the anatomy ultrasound where they check for all the body parts and they tell you if it's a boy or a girl, if you want to know that information. And they told us that there was something wrong with his heart, something didn't look right. So we had to go to like see a specialist and all these things. It was a big ordeal. It was a really hard time in life, honestly. They told me that I should have an abortion. I obviously didn't and wouldn't do that. And thank God I didn't, because like he is doing really well. He's had 2 open heart surgeries, and every so often he has to get something called a cardiac catheterization, where they go in through his thigh with like a tiny little camera, which is insane. How do they do that? And they look at his heart and like tie up any open blood vessels or something like that. I'm so knowledgeable. So I mean, it's not been easy, and it's definitely contributed to some like anxiety in him and different things like that, but still, he's a wonderful child. He's an amazing little boy, or not even a little boy. He's 11, so he's like a preteen. But he's an amazing kid, and I'm so thankful for him, and I'm so thankful that I didn't listen to the doctors, even if that had been something I considered, which I didn't even consider it. I was like, no, what are you talking about? I'm just thankful that we didn't. So anyways, I had a lot of postpartum depression because as soon as he was born, usually you're able to like have your child on your chest. And if you don't know, when you go into labor, or when you give birth, excuse me, your body omits like a hormone that helps you, and I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's like the happy hormone, and it helps you bond to your baby. Like you push out this baby and it hurts like hell, and it's all these things, so your body naturally is like, oh no, bond to the baby, right? So instead of bonding to the baby, I wasn't able to do that because I didn't get to see him. I had to have a C-section, and so they took him away instantaneously. Like I heard him cry and then he was gone. And I wasn't able to bond with him. And so I had a ton of postpartum depression. With the other 2 babies that I had, excuse me, when I would have depression, when I would feel sad, because I mean, that's normal. Postpartum depression is normal. And I think it's something that we dehumanize for some reason, but it's a totally normal experience. When I had that though with them, I learned that I just needed to hug them. I needed to cuddle them, and it helped me heal. That might not be for everybody, but it helped me. And I was only sad and super hormonal, I can't say that word, for like 2 weeks, because I would do that. But with Josiah, I was a new mom and I was so young. I was like 22, and I didn't know how to do it, right? And so that birthday for me was so horrible because I was so depressed and so unhappy, and I just wanted to be with my husband. I didn't, honestly, like, this sounds so horrible, but I didn't want the baby around. Like, I loved him and I wanted him, but I just wanted my mom to be with him or something, because during that time when I was omitting those hormones, the only person there that I loved and connected with, because there was doctors, right, but was my husband. And so, in my opinion, this might not be true, but for me, it's true for me, that I really bonded with him in that experience, and I just wanted to be with him. So that was a hard birthday, and from then I always remember it, and I always feel, even though it's been 11 years, I always feel a little bit of that heaviness and that weight for the countdown of my birthday from the 24th, even though I got the numbers wrong, because it's kind of like, I remember how hard that countdown was, and I don't know why my birthday was so significant to me. It was just really hard, and you know, not to mention all the heart condition stuff with Josiah and stuff, but my husband, it was 2009, and it was the recession, and he had just gotten laid off, And so we had literally this new baby and literally no money, and it was so hard and horrible. But anyways, I need to go wash my hands and move on to the next step of makeup. I cannot move on to my eyes with my hands dirty from like concealer and powder. I just can't. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette as like a later Christmas gift. I got it from my friend who we didn't see each other in the month of December, so I got it. When did I get it? I don't know. February or end of January, beginning of February. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm not going to like, this is not like a freaking tutorial where I'm going to go through each shade that I'm using, but I'm just going to dip in and just proceed and tell you how it applies. The shades are so gorgeous, and they're literally, I guess I didn't even really show you the shades today. This is literally my ideal shade palette, color palette, shade palette, where it has like the reds and the orangey colors and the bronzy colors. I just love it so much. I really like this shade. It's the like a burnt orange shade right here, and it's called Riff. Ooh, I like it. You guys know this is like it for me. This is everything for me. I'm gonna go into the even more orangey shade. Ooh, look at that. Oh, Mama Mia. That is hella intense. Pick up like a deep brown shade. And I'm just trying to deepen this up a little bit and add a little bit more dimension to the outer third area. Right now I'm just kind of laying it. I don't like to use a brush like this to blend it. It's very compact and pointed at the top, and I just don't feel like it blends it in the way that a more fluffy type brush would blend it. Okay, so this shade is very pretty when you apply, like it's pretty, and when you apply it, it's definitely pigmented, but then when you blend it out, it does kind of blend out into, not nothing, like you can still see it, it's just not the color that I put on, if that makes sense. So I just went ahead and added some shimmer shade, like a light shimmer shade onto my lid, and deepened up my outer a little bit, and she's looking good. I'm so into it. I'm going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes and do all that jazz. So while I'm waiting for my top eyelashes to dry down a little bit before I recurl them and apply more mascara, I'm going to go ahead and use my Benefit Gimme Brow on my eyebrows. This is what I've been doing lately because it's so like simple and quick for me. I cannot stand doing my eyebrows personally. I know there's like no way for me to do this where you can see what I'm doing. I suck at doing my eyebrows, in my opinion, and I hate them, honestly. Like, I totally hate doing them. I just feel like it's a step that it's necessary for me because I don't have like really thick, amazing eyebrows on my own because I was an overeager plucker. But it's a necessary step, but it's a step that I hate. I just despise doing it. So this little item here gives me the opportunity to get decent looking brows, nice fluffy full brows, without having to do all these different steps and taking forever to do them. So basically I just run it through my eyebrow, and then I will take my e.l.f. pencil, and I use the shade, I can't see, neutral brown, and I will just, to make sure that they have like a good shape to them, I will put the pencil up, and then I will run it like right down below the eyebrow area where I want the eyebrow to end. So that way I know that I have a nice defined line down there. And then a little bit up top where I want the eyebrow to end. And then I'll just kind of like run it through. And then I'll go up top where the arch area is and define that area. Just like so. Then I go back in with the Gimme Brow and just add it on top. Clean it all up, make it blend in nicely together. Make it look like my actual brow hair. And it's so simple. And I can't even tell you, it takes away like at least 10 minutes of struggling with my eyebrows. At least, like possibly more. So it's a life changer. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with my second layer of my Lash Princess mascara in the purple tube. And I'm just going to go over these lashes, make them extra long and defined. I do have a step-by-step tutorial on how I get my eyelashes to look extremely long and pretty much like false eyelashes without the false eyelashes. So if that is something you have not watched yet and you'd be interested, I'm going to go ahead and link it above so that you can check that out. But this works amazingly for my eyelashes. It doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody's eyelashes, but I feel like if you're somebody who struggles with your eyelashes and you've tried what literally every other YouTuber, makeup, like beauty influencer has told you to do with your eyelashes and it still hasn't worked, check this video out because this might work for you. I was definitely one of those people where I was like, I did all that. I did all of it. It's not working. My eyelashes are limp and ugly. So, just plugging that in there. All right, so that is the finished eye look. I love the way that turned out, and I am definitely going to be using this palette more often. I feel like the shades in here are amazing. I'm really excited to try out like these green, blue tone shades. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. Ooh! I'm excited. So expect this and more videos to come. So because I am just having a chill day at home, I'm not going to like pretend right now and put on some bold freaking lipstick that I'm literally going to wipe off as soon as this video is over. I like to be real with y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my Baby Lips by Maybelline. This is my go-to when I just want nice, soft lips that have a nice little sheen to them. They're not like super shiny, but they have a lovely sheen. So that is the finished look. I do hope that you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for sitting down and just like chatting with me. I know I shared a few things that were kind of like vulnerable and very open, but honestly, that's kind of how I am. I feel like I'm an open book for the most part. Sometimes I share even a little bit too much. So working on that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the video that I will be having out on Thursday, which should be the nail video with my sister. So take care.